EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024 between the Toronto Huskies taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Smith in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And this one complete to Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn them yet another first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And the tight end goes in motion left. First carry here for Ken Walker. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Huskies are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third and 2, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown Falcons. Deebo Samuel, 52 yards. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And here's Brad Robbins now. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Play action. It's Herbert. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. And I can guarantee you this. That's not a play this defense is practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. And again, it's Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. These two teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Herbert changing things up. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They're going to look to throw. This is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They run it again with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. In motion right, Debo. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him in this 1st half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10, here's Herbert once more, eluding the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes this to Walker. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here's Walker. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. In motion left goes Smith. And going right back to Walker. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Succop's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, Herbert. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Second and 10. Here's Herbert. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And Walker has it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
In motion right is Smith. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Motion left, Smith. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Pickens going in motion left. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9 yard line. Just a 1 yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now at 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Herbert's throw here taken in by Knox.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 3. Herbert. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the option right, Herbert. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nick Chubb, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken a 4th-quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Now Bush on the return, taking it about the 1. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Matt Judon from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mahomes now to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Smith, the man in motion left. Up the middle, here's Walker. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And they'll get this down to the 10. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of it.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure. That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ken Walker.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Huskies put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert gonna throw.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Herbert. He gets this complete to Diggs. Well, he'll have a 1st down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Herbert to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Toronto, they start the season with a great win on the road here.